My name is Liz Talley. I'm a local writer of women's fiction and romance. I've written over 30 books. Many of them are set locally in Shreveport. I even have some things set out in Mooringsport on Caddo Lake. I started writing romance about 18 years ago when my son, my youngest son was 3. He took long naps and I would read romance books. They were very restorative to me. They were fun to read, and they always had a happy ending, so I was assured that there was a happy ending. And so one day I thought, well, maybe I'll write a book. And I just started writing one. I wrote a historical fiction. I actually wrote 2 historical fictions before I published my first book, which was a contemporary romance, and I published that with Harlequin. I think a really good romance novel, first of all, has to have really excellent characters. They have to be interesting to the person who's reading them. I also think it has to have a really nice plot. So it has to engage, your interest. It has to be tightly woven. And usually in a romance book, what always makes it a romance book, first of all, is there has to be a happily ever after, but there also has to be a lot of trouble along the way. No one wants to read a book where everything's happy. So a lot of times the hero and the heroine have trouble getting to one another. I grew up going to the library as a girl, so I rode my bike. I grew up in Webster Parish. I lived in Minden. And so we had a big old library in an old house. It was kind of mysterious to me, and I loved riding my bike to the library. I loved filling the basket of my bicycle with books. My first loves were Nancy Drew and Trixie Belden and the Hardy Boys, and then from there I cast my eye across the library to the adult section, and I started reading my first romances, which were, they were the little Harlequins, the medicals with the nurses.